I think that the environment has changed a lot. There's so much animosity towards cops, which I don't understand because the first person you want at your side is when you call 911 is a cop. And yet cops are, for lack of better words, damned if they do and damned if they don't. And as wives, you know, spouses, I should emphasize spouses. That isn't fair for me just to say wives. As a spouse, we see our cop as a human being. We see our cop as a dad, a husband, you know, a grandfather. We don't see them in the badge, you know, out there enforcing the law. And so we don't understand why there's so much animosity towards this person that we know is kind and gentle and caring and whatever else. They don't understand that you're just a human being and you were hired to enforce the law. You know, when you're a guilty person, you reflect that guilt. And I feel like with criminals or people that are misbehaving, you know, reflect their behavior back on your badge. And I think as a wife, you're like, how dare you speak about my husband that way?
And I think that's natural. I think with spouses, I've heard you say many times. I mean, you get far more upset than even I do when people say things to me. And I guess because when it's said to me all of the time, and it was said to me all of those times, I guess that's part of being a cop is you kind of have that thick skin. It kind of bounces right off, but you absorb a lot of that. Is that fair to say?
That is true.
Yeah, and there it is. There is a key difference, right? Ladies and gentlemen who are cops, your spouses don't necessarily understand how it could just kind of bounce off you. It sticks to them.
Yes.
Is that a fair thing to say?
I would agree with that.
Yeah, and it's hard for us to understand because we're in the midst of doing it. We're in the midst of doing the job, yet they take it personally because they see it differently than we do. We expect people to be the way they are towards us, and they don't understand. Is that a fair statement?
Agree. I mean, when you first became a cop, you know, you and I, we had a lot of fun. You know, we got married young, we had children young, and like we said, we were 6 years into our marriage, and you became a cop. Yeah. And within that first year, things changed. You know, you were. I mean, everybody was a criminal and everybody was a liar. And I was like, wait, what? Wait, how? Because I used to have rose-colored glasses and everything was wonderful and great and people were wonderful and trustworthy. And all of a sudden to you, they weren't. And I didn't understand that. And so I took the opportunity to say, you know what? I'm going to go on a ride along with him. I want to see what his world is like. And you weren't for it at first. You're like, no. But I'm a little bit strong and mule-headed. And you finally agreed and you took me on ride-alongs and I went on several ride-alongs with you. And I think that really opened my eyes to what you deal with on a daily basis. And, you know, I didn't get to see the gruesome things, thank God. But I did get to see the people lie to you right to your face. I did get to see those people spit on you. I did get to see a person bite you and draw blood. You know, I saw a person try to fight with you. I saw a suspected gun person hiding under a car as you walk past. You know, I got to see the danger that you were truly in and see why you became, I guess, jaded.